Minutes. That is what is missing when it comes to St. Lucie detectives figuring out what happened to this father who was working to send money back to his family in Brazil. At first, they thought he was killed in a hit-and-run crash right before the new year, but all of that seems to have changed. Our Megan McRoberts is live in St. Lucie County with how detectives have developed a new theory. Megan.
Michael, nearby neighbors told me that man's body was found right near the median here behind me along Eroso Boulevard. And that night of the supposed hit-and-run accident, neighbors assumed and told deputies that night that they believed the man was hit by a car. But detectives in the coming weeks returned here. They re-interviewed those witnesses and they made an important discovery. Right outside Heather Wells' home on December 30th, around 8:30 at night.
Head was laying on the curb and his body was laid out flat towards me, like feet towards me.
35-year-old Danilo Bicalho Dos Reis from Brazil was found dead, presumably by a hit and run. Wells among the original witnesses who told detectives they assumed he was hit by a car. But in hindsight, she has her own doubts.
Wait, there was no glass. There was no plastic from a car. There was no anything in the road that says that there was an accident that happened here.
Detectives re-interviewed witnesses like Wells multiple times and learned no one actually saw Dos Reis get hit by a car. Tuesday, detectives announcing he died from blunt force trauma.
There was evidence on his body that he was struck by a car, but the evidence where he was struck by a car didn't cause his death.
They've collected witness statements and surveillance videos showing Dos Reis crossing the road a couple times, but there's about 10 minutes of time unaccounted for in their investigation. They're specifically looking to talk to at least 3 people in 2 cars that briefly stopped to look at his body.
At this point, believe there are at least 3 other people who made close contact with him that we have not spoken to.
Hoping to fill in the gaps of their investigation.
To be so close to home and not know anything is really an uneasy feeling.
Detectives say Dos Reis had only lived in the area for about a week. He moved here for work from Brazil. If you have any information about this case, you're urged to call the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, and you could be eligible for a cash reward from Treasure Coast Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in St. Lucie County, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.